Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Learn English 365 podcast. I'm Emma, and I'm really happy to be here with all of you. Today, we have a very special guest. He has one of the most respected and brave jobs in the world. Please welcome Jack, a firefighter.
Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you, Jack. Firefighters are heroes in the eyes of so many people. I'm sure our listeners are very curious about your job and your story. But before we talk about your work, I'd love to know a little about your childhood. What kind of boy were you?
Oh, that's a fun question. I was a very active kid, always outside, always moving. I liked climbing trees, running around, and playing football with my friends. I didn't like staying inside for long.
Sounds like you were full of energy. Did you ever think about becoming a firefighter when you were a kid?
Actually, yes. I think that dream started when I was around 7 or 8 years old. There was a small fire in our neighborhood. Nothing too serious, but I remember seeing the fire trucks and the firefighters working together. They were calm, brave, and everyone was looking up to them. That moment stayed in my mind.
That must have been such an impressive moment for a little boy.
It really was. I remember the sound of the siren, the bright red truck, the smell of smoke. I thought, wow, these people are saving others. I went home and told my mom, when I grow up, I want to be a firefighter.
That's adorable. How did your parents react?
My mom smiled and said, "That's a big dream, Jack. You'll need to be strong and brave." My dad said, "It's a great job, but it's also dangerous. You'll have to be careful." They didn't stop me from dreaming, though. They always told me to do what I love.
That's really nice. Many children change their dreams every week. One day they want to be a doctor, then a pilot, then a singer. Did your dreams stay the same?
Oh, yes. I was like that, too. For a while, I wanted to be a football player. Then I wanted to be a pilot. But the idea of helping people, saving lives, never left me. Even when I changed my mind about other things, that feeling of wanting to help others stayed.
That's beautiful. So when you were in school, were you already interested in physical activities or helping others?
Definitely. I was in the school sports team, and I always liked team activities. I also volunteered to help teachers with small tasks like carrying boxes or setting up chairs for events. I liked being useful.
That's such a good attitude. It sounds like you already had the spirit of a firefighter back then. Teamwork, responsibility, helping people.
Yeah, maybe. I remember once a small cat was stuck on a tree near my house. I tried to climb up and help it. My mom was shouting from the window, "Jack, get down!" But I didn't stop until the cat jumped into my arms.
That's a perfect firefighter story already. So even before you had the uniform, you were rescuing lives. Small furry ones, but still lives.
Exactly. That was my first rescue mission.
Do you think moments like that helped you choose your path later?
Yes, I think so. Those small experiences gave me a sense of purpose. I realized how good it feels to help, even in simple ways.
That's a really strong motivation. When you think about your childhood now, do you feel like it was preparing you for your future job?
I think so. I was curious about how things worked, how fires started, how people reacted in emergencies. I used to watch documentaries about disasters or rescue operations. I was fascinated by teamwork and courage.
So you had both curiosity and empathy, a powerful combination for your job.
True. And I think my parents helped me a lot with that. They always taught me to be kind and brave at the same time.
That's such a great lesson. Did you ever meet a firefighter in person when you were young?
Once, yes. When I was about 10, my school organized a visit to the local fire station. That day changed everything for me. We got to see the fire engines up close, try on helmets, and even hold the hose, with help, of course.
Oh, I can imagine that. Every kid's dream.
Exactly. The firefighter who showed us around said something that stuck with me. Firefighting is not just about fighting fires, it's about protecting people. That sentence became my motto later in life.
That's powerful and simple enough to stay in a child's memory forever.
Yes, I think from that day on, I started to imagine myself in their shoes, wearing that uniform, helping people, staying calm in danger.
It's amazing how childhood experiences can shape our entire life.
Absolutely. I think every dream starts small, maybe with one picture, one story, or one moment that inspires you.
So true. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a teacher. I used to make my dolls sit in a row and give them lessons.
That's cute. So you ended up kind of teaching people through your podcast, helping them learn English.
Yes, in a way, I did become a teacher. I guess our childhood dreams always find their way back somehow.
That's a nice thought.
When you look back, do you think your childhood personality, active, helpful, energetic, made this job easier for you?
Definitely. Being a firefighter requires energy, focus, and teamwork. You can't be lazy or selfish. I think those childhood traits really helped me later.
I like that. It shows how much who we are as kids connects to who we become.
Exactly. I didn't know it back then, but all those days of running, climbing, helping, they were training me for what I do today.
That's so inspiring, Jack. I think our listeners will really enjoy hearing about how your childhood dreams turned into your real life.
I hope so. I want people to know that dreams can come true if you stay focused and don't give up.
Beautifully said. I think that's a great message to end this part on. Dreams can grow into reality when you keep your heart on them.
Thanks, Emma. I believe that too.
Jack, it's really inspiring to hear how your childhood dream slowly turned into something real. I'm curious, when you started talking about becoming a firefighter seriously, how did your family react?
Well, they were proud, but also worried. My mom especially. She always said, Jack, I support you, but please promise to be careful. She was afraid because firefighting can be dangerous. But at the same time, she never told me to stop.
That's beautiful. Many parents worry, but they still want their children to follow their dreams.
Exactly. My dad was more practical. He said, it's a tough job, son. You'll have to work hard, train hard, and stay strong. He taught me a lot about discipline.
That must have helped you a lot later in your career.
Yes, absolutely. My dad was a mechanic, so he understood how important it is to know your tools and stay calm under pressure. He used to say, if you panic, the machine wins. That's true for fires, too. If you panic, you lose control.
That's a really smart comparison. So both your parents played a part in shaping your mindset, your mom with her kindness and your dad with his discipline.
You're right. They balanced each other perfectly. My mom gave me empathy. My dad gave me strength.
Did you ever talk to your friends about wanting to be a firefighter?
Yes, but most of them didn't believe me at first. They thought it was just another kid's dream. You know how kids are. One wants to be an astronaut, another a footballer.
True. Everyone has a dream phase.
But I kept talking about it. When we played games, I was always the firefighter. If we built toy cities, I was the one who saved them from imaginary fires.
That's so funny and sweet at the same time.
My best friend Mike used to say, "You'll never do that, Jack. You're too crazy." But when I actually became a firefighter years later, he was the first person to say, "I was wrong. You really did it."
That must have felt amazing.
It really did. I think when people doubt you, It gives you more motivation to prove them wrong, but in a good way.
Yes, I agree. Sometimes not everyone will understand your dream, but you keep believing.
Exactly. I think having even one person who believes in you makes a big difference. For me, that was my mom. She always said, if your heart tells you something, listen to it.
That's so touching. So your mom was your biggest supporter.
Yes, she really was. I remember when I first applied to firefighter training school. She made me a big breakfast that morning and said, "You can do it, Jack. You've been ready for this since you were a little boy climbing trees."
Such a mom thing to say. I love it.
Yeah, she always made things feel possible. Even when she was scared, she hid her fear and showed encouragement instead.
That's real support. It sounds like your parents were proud of the person you were becoming.
I think so. My dad didn't show emotions easily, but when I graduated from training school, I saw him wiping his eyes quietly. He just said, "Good job, son." And that meant the world to me.
That moment must be unforgettable.
Absolutely. It was the first time I saw him emotional. I think he finally saw that his little boy had become a man with a purpose.
That's so powerful. It's like the dream became real, not just for you, but for your family too.
Yes, exactly. When I wear my uniform, it's not just my achievement. It's my family's too. They gave me everything: support, love, and values.
I really love that. You know, many people think success is only about hard work, but family support plays such a big role.
Yes, family gives you strength when things get hard. In my job, there are tough days, but I always remember my mom's words: be brave and kind.
I think that's beautiful advice. Simple, but deep. Be brave and kind.
Yeah, I repeat it to myself often. When we go on a call, I remind myself that bravery isn't about having no fear. It's about doing your duty even when you're scared.
That's so true. And kindness keeps you human, even in serious situations.
Exactly. People think firefighters are only about strength, but emotions matter too. Sometimes you comfort people who are crying or scared. You need both a strong body and a kind heart.
That balance really defines the job, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I think my parents unknowingly trained me for that balance.
And now you're inspiring others by sharing it.
I hope so. I want young people to know that no dream is too small, and that having support makes all the difference.
Speaking of young people, when you were a teenager, did you ever have moments of doubt about your choice?
Oh yes, of course. There were times when I thought, maybe I should do something easier. Some friends went to study business or IT, and I thought, maybe I should do that too. But deep inside, I knew what I wanted.
That inner voice? It's powerful.
Yes, it was like a small fire inside me that never went out.
That fire that led you to fight real ones later.
Exactly. I guess I've always had a fire in me, just a different kind.
That's such a great line, Jack.
Thank you. I think it's true for everyone. The fire inside you, your passion, is what keeps you moving.
Beautifully said. I think this part of your story will really connect with our listeners, especially those trying to choose their future paths.
I hope so. Because no matter what job you pick, passion and support make it meaningful.
I completely agree. Jack, earlier you mentioned your school years a little bit. I'd love to hear more about that. What kind of student were you in school?
Oh, I wasn't a perfect student. I was friendly, talkative, and sometimes a bit too active. I like sports more than sitting quietly and studying. But I wasn't bad. I just learned better when things were practical.
That sounds like a lot of boys at that age. Did you have favorite subjects?
Yes, I liked science and physical education the most. Science helped me understand how things worked, like how fire burns or how water pressure works. And physical education, well, that was my time to shine.
I can imagine. You probably loved running and team games.
Absolutely. I played football, basketball, and sometimes even helped the coach with equipment. I loved teamwork. I think it's one reason why I enjoy my job now. Teamwork is everything in firefighting.
That makes perfect sense. Teamwork at school, teamwork at work, it's a nice connection. Did any teachers notice your leadership or energy?
Yes, there was one teacher, Mr. Collins. He taught science. He was strict, but fair, and he really loved what he did. I remember once we had a project about fire safety. He asked each student to prepare a small presentation.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What did you do?
I built a small model of a house using cardboard and showed how fire spreads if you don't act fast. My dad helped me with it. We used red paper for flames and cotton for smoke. I was so proud.
That sounds amazing. Did your teacher like it?
He loved it. He said, "Jack, you have a natural curiosity for this." I still remember his words. He made me believe that learning could be exciting.
It's incredible how teachers can inspire us like that.
Yes, good teachers don't just give information. They help you discover who you are.
It's so true. Did you ever get in trouble in school?
Oh, yes, a few times. Once I was running in the hallway and I accidentally knocked over a bucket of water the janitor left. The floor was all wet and everyone started laughing.
Oh no. Did you get punished?
Not really. The principal just told me, "Jack, slow down next time." But the funny part is, later I became the guy running into fires, not away from them.
That's ironic. You were practicing without even knowing it.
Exactly. Another time, I helped organize a small rescue game with my friends. We pretended someone was trapped under desks and we had to save them. It was all pretend, of course, but it felt real to me.
Wow, that's actually so creative. You were really living your dream even back then.
Yeah, I guess so.
We even made a paper fire truck using old boxes. We painted it red and drew lights on top.
That's adorable. I can see little Jack leading his team.
Yeah, you were the captain, of course. I even gave orders like, "Team, go left, hose ready." You must have had great imagination.
I think imagination is important for every child. It helps you see what's possible.
And it gives you confidence, too, right?
Yes, when I was about 12, I started realizing that not every dream stays the same. Some of my classmates began thinking about money, success, big houses. But for me, I just wanted a meaningful life.
That's a very mature thought for a teenager.
I don't know if I understood it deeply then, but I felt it. I wanted to do something useful.
Did your school organize safety lessons or anything related to fire awareness?
Yes, once a year we had a safety week. Firefighters visited the school and showed us how to use an extinguisher. I remember watching carefully. I wanted to be like them.
So that must have been another moment that strengthened your dream.
Definitely. They explained things calmly and clearly. They didn't look like superheroes. They looked like normal people doing amazing work. That was when I realized courage doesn't always look big or loud.
That's such an important lesson. Courage can be quiet, but strong.
Exactly. I think those lessons taught me the meaning of teamwork, discipline, and calmness. All those values I learned at school still help me today.
You mentioned teamwork a few times. Did you ever lead a team in school, like for sports or group projects?
Yes, I was the captain of our football team for 2 years. It wasn't always easy. Sometimes we lost games, and I had to motivate my friends not to give up. It taught me how to encourage people, not blame them.
That's a really valuable skill, especially for your job now.
True. When you're in a burning building, you can't panic or shout. You have to lead with calm confidence, just like on the field.
That's a perfect comparison. What about funny memories? Any stories you still laugh about today?
Oh, yes. Once, during a chemistry class, our teacher showed us how to make a small chemical reaction, just a tiny one. but my friend and I added a little more powder than we should have, and it made a big puff of smoke.
Oh no, what happened then?
Everyone coughed and laughed. The teacher wasn't happy, but later he smiled and said, "Well, at least you learned what happens when you don't follow instructions."
That's hilarious. So you already had a connection with smoke early on.
Exactly. I guess smoke has followed me all my life.
But at least now you're the one controlling it.
That's right. Those funny moments taught me to stay curious, but also careful.
I think that's what makes stories like yours special. They show that even small school memories can build big lessons.
Yes, and when I look back, I realize every stage, childhood, school, family, was part of the path leading here.
That's such a nice thought, Jack. Every step matters.
Yes, you never know which moment will shape your future, so it's important to enjoy the process and learn from everything.
Jack, we've talked a lot about your childhood and school years. I'd love to know what happened when you finally decided to take your first real step toward becoming a firefighter.
Oh, that was such an exciting time. I was about 18 when I seriously started preparing. I remember filling out the application form for the Firefighter Academy. My hands were shaking.
I can imagine. It must have felt like a dream starting to come true.
Exactly. When I got the letter saying, "You have been accepted for training," I ran straight to my mom with it. She cried and said, "Your dream begins today." That moment felt amazing.
That's so heartwarming. What was the training like?
It was tough, honestly. The first few weeks were all about physical strength, running, climbing, lifting heavy things. We had to wake up very early, sometimes before sunrise. My muscles hurt, but I never complained.
That sounds really hard, but also very rewarding.
It was. Every day I learned something new, how to use hoses, ladders, and breathing equipment. We also had theory lessons about fire behavior, safety rules, and rescue techniques.
So it wasn't just physical, there was a lot of learning too.
Yes, firefighting is about knowledge as much as courage. You can't just run into a burning building. You need to understand how the fire moves, how smoke spreads, and how to stay safe.
That makes total sense. Were you nervous during your first practical training?
Oh, definitely. The first time they made us enter a smoke-filled room, even though it was a simulation, my heart was racing. I couldn't see anything. I had to trust my training and move step by step.
That sounds terrifying.
It was, but also thrilling. When I came out, I felt proud. I thought, yes, I can do this.
That must have been the moment you truly felt like a firefighter for the first time.
Exactly. It's one thing to dream, but when you finally wear the uniform and hold the tools, it feels real.
I can imagine that. How was your first day on the actual job after training?
Oh, that day was unforgettable. I was both excited and scared. I remember polishing my boots twice that morning.
That's so cute.
When I arrived at the station, everyone welcomed me warmly. The older firefighters said, "Don't worry, kid, we all started nervous." They treated me like a younger brother.
That's wonderful. Having that kind of team spirit must be so comforting.
Yes, it's like a second family. Firefighters depend on each other completely. You have to trust your team with your life.
That's powerful. So what happened on your very first mission?
Oh, I'll never forget it. It was a small kitchen fire in an apartment. The team moved fast. My job was to bring extra hoses. My hands were shaking again, but I focused on what I learned.
Did everything go well?
Yes, thankfully. No one was hurt. The fire was controlled quickly. When we left, the family thanked us with tears in their eyes. That's when I realized this job isn't just about fire. It's about people.
That must have been an emotional moment.
It was. I remember going home that night and thinking, this is it. This is what I was born to do.
Wow, that gives me chills. It's amazing when someone finds their purpose like that.
Yes, it's the best feeling in the world.
Were there any funny or surprising moments during your early days?
Oh, yes. During one of my first weeks, I was helping clean the fire truck. I accidentally turned on the hose at full pressure. The water went everywhere, including on my captain.
Oh no, what did he say?
He just smiled and said, "Well, at least you're good at testing the hose." Everyone laughed for days about that.
That's hilarious. I guess humor helps a lot in your job, right?
Yes. Humor keeps us sane. It's a stressful job, so we joke and laugh when we can.
I love that. It shows that even in serious jobs, people can stay positive.
Exactly. You can't carry the weight of every fire with you. You have to release it somehow. Laughter helps.
That's a healthy attitude. Did you have any mentors or senior firefighters who guided you in those early years?
Yes, there was one, Captain Harris. He was calm, patient, and wise. He taught me something very important. Don't rush to be a hero. Focus on doing your job right.
That's such good advice.
It is. He said being brave doesn't mean being careless. That line stayed with me.
That's powerful. Many people think bravery means running into danger without fear, but it's more about being smart, right?
Exactly. Smart bravery. Knowing when to move, when to wait, how to keep your team safe. That's what real courage is.
I really like that phrase, smart bravery.
Me too. It guides me even today.
So, after those first few months, did you feel confident in your role?
Slowly, yes. The first year was full of learning. Every call was different. Sometimes it was a small fire, sometimes an accident, sometimes helping people stuck in elevators.
Oh, I didn't know firefighters do that too.
Yes, we do a lot more than people think. Fires are just part of the job. We also rescue animals, help during floods, and support paramedics.
That's incredible. You really are everyday heroes.
Thank you. But honestly, we just do our job. It's about teamwork, training, and care.
I think that humble attitude is what makes your profession so admirable.
Thanks, Emma. I'm just grateful I get to do what I love every day.
Jack, I'm really curious. What does a normal day look like for a firefighter?
That's a great question, Emma. Many people think we fight fires all day, but that's not true. Most days start calmly. I usually wake up early, around 6 in the morning, have breakfast, and then head to the fire station.
So your workday starts early.
Oh yes, when I arrive, the first thing we do is check our equipment. Helmets, jackets, oxygen tanks, hoses, everything. It's like preparing for a mission even before it happens.
That sounds very organized.
It has to be. If something doesn't work properly, it could risk someone's life later, so we double-check everything. After that, we clean the station and the trucks. Firefighters don't only fight fires, we also keep our place spotless.
That's interesting. I didn't know cleanliness was part of the job.
Oh yes, discipline and cleanliness go hand in hand. The fire station is our second home, and we all share it.
Makes sense. So what happens after all the checks and cleaning?
Then we have our morning briefing. The captain tells us about the day, weather conditions, safety reminders, or any special tasks. After that, we usually train.
What kind of training do you do?
It can be anything: climbing practice, using breathing equipment, or teamwork drills. Sometimes we practice rescue operations with dummies. We even simulate real situations like rescuing people from a car accident.
That sounds intense.
It is, but it keeps us ready. You never know what kind of emergency will come next.
So after training, do you get some rest?
Yes, sometimes. We have short breaks where we drink coffee, talk, or cook together. Cooking is a big part of our station life.
Really? Firefighters cook?
Absolutely. Every day, one or two of us are on kitchen duty. We prepare lunch for everyone: pasta, soup, or sometimes barbecue. Some firefighters are great cooks.
That's amazing. So you eat together like a family.
Exactly. We sit around a big table, share stories, and laugh. That's one of my favorite parts of the job.
It sounds like such a close bond between you all.
Yes, because we trust each other completely. Sharing meals builds that connection.
And after lunch?
After lunch, we do maintenance, checking tools, repairing small things, organizing hoses. Sometimes we also visit schools or local events to teach people about fire safety.
Oh, so you do community education too?
Yes, that's very important. We show kids how to stay safe during a fire and how to call emergency services. It's nice because children get so excited when they see the fire truck.
I can imagine. Probably lots of questions and big smiles.
Exactly. They love trying on the helmet. It's usually too big for them.
That's adorable. So it's not only about emergencies, there's a lot of prevention and education too.
Right. If people know what to do, there will be fewer accidents. Prevention saves lives.
I love that mindset. What about when an emergency call comes in? How does it feel?
The alarm can go off anytime, morning, afternoon, even during dinner. The sound is loud and sudden. We jump into our gear within seconds. Our goal is to leave the station in less than 1 minute.
Wow, less than a minute? That's so fast.
Yes, every second counts. You don't think, you just move. Boots, jacket, helmet, gloves, everything in order. Then we get on the truck, and the siren starts.
That must be an adrenaline rush.
It is. You can feel your heart beating faster. But once we reach the place, everything becomes focused and quiet in your head. You just follow your training.
That's really professional. Can you give me an example of a typical emergency call?
Sure, sometimes it's a small fire, maybe a kitchen fire or a car accident. Other times it's something bigger. I remember one afternoon, we got a call about a fire in a warehouse.
That sounds serious.
It was. But teamwork made the difference. We divided tasks quickly. One group handled the water. Another made sure no one was inside. It took about 40 minutes to control it. Everyone was safe, thankfully.
That's amazing. It shows how important coordination is.
Yes, no firefighter works alone. We are like parts of one body. If one part fails, everything fails.
I love that analogy. Parts of one body. It really shows the unity of your work.
Yes, it's true. Trust and timing are everything.
What happens after the fire is out?
We check the area carefully, make sure there's no chance of the fire starting again. Then we clean up and head back to the station.
And when you return?
Usually we're tired and dirty. We wash the trucks, clean our gear, and finally take a shower. After that, we often sit together, talk about what went well and what we can improve next time.
So you analyze your work too?
Always. Every call teaches us something new.
That's impressive. Do you ever get time to relax?
Yes, sometimes in the evenings, we might watch TV, play cards, or just chat. But even when we relax, we're ready to move if the alarm rings.
So you're always on alert.
Exactly. You can't really switch off completely. Even at night, we sleep with one ear open.
That must be exhausting sometimes.
It is, but it becomes a habit. You learn to rest deeply in short periods.
I guess that takes a lot of discipline.
Yes, but it's worth it. When you save someone, when you see a family safe because of your team, all the tiredness disappears.
That's so powerful. It really shows the heart of your job.
Thank you, Emma. Every day is different, and that's what keeps it exciting.
It's inspiring to hear that. I think our listeners now have a real picture of what a firefighter's day looks like. Not just danger, but also teamwork, humor, and heart.
That's the perfect summary.
Jack, I'm sure your job has both serious and funny moments. Can you tell us about some of the biggest challenges you faced?
Oh, yes, there are many. The biggest challenge is never knowing what will happen next. Every call is different. You can't plan it like a normal job. Sometimes it's a small fire, and sometimes it's something really big and dangerous.
That sounds stressful. How do you stay calm in those moments?
Training helps a lot, but also you learn to breathe, focus, and trust your team. When you hear people screaming or see smoke, your heart beats fast, but you must think clearly.
That must take a lot of mental strength.
It does, but we support each other. After a difficult mission, we sit together, talk, and sometimes even stay silent. Just being there for one another helps.
That's such a powerful image. Firefighters supporting each other not only physically but emotionally too.
Yes. People think we're always strong, but sometimes the hardest part is not the fire. It's the people we meet.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes you see families who lose everything in a few minutes. You help them, but you can't bring back what's gone. That's hard. Especially when there are kids crying. That breaks your heart.
I can't even imagine how difficult that must be.
Yes, but we remind ourselves that even if we can't save everything, saving lives is the most important thing. That thought keeps us going.
That's really meaningful. It's not just a job, it's a mission.
Exactly. You have to care. But at the same time, you can't take every tragedy home with you. Otherwise, it becomes too heavy.
So you find a balance, doing your best, but also protecting your mind.
Yes, that balance is the key to staying strong in this career.
Have there been any scary experiences where you thought this could end badly?
Yes, a few times. One night, there was a big fire in an old building. The smoke was thick, and the ceiling started to fall. We were inside, searching for a person. I heard a loud crack, the sound of wood breaking. My captain shouted, "Everyone out!" We ran just seconds before the roof collapsed.
Oh my goodness. That's terrifying.
Yes. After that, we sat outside in silence. No one spoke for a minute. We were safe, but it was a reminder. Things can change in seconds.
That really shows how dangerous your work can be.
It can be, but you can't live in fear. You prepare, you respect the danger, and you move forward.
I like that. Respect the danger.
Yes. If you don't respect it, you make mistakes.
That's such a deep lesson. Now, let's talk about something lighter. Smiles. There must be funny moments too, right?
Oh yes, plenty. Firefighters love to laugh. One time we got a call about a cat in danger. We arrived and saw a cat sitting calmly on a wall. The owner said, "She's been up there for 2 hours." We tried to get her down, but the moment we climbed up, she jumped down by herself and walked away like nothing happened.
That's so typical of cats.
Yes, we all laughed. The owner was so embarrassed. I said, "Don't worry, ma'am. Your cat just wanted attention."
That's adorable. Any other funny ones?
Once we got a call from a man who said, "My house is full of smoke." We arrived quickly, ready for action, but it turned out he had burned his dinner. He forgot the oven was on.
Oh no!
He was so apologetic. He said, "I'm sorry for calling you for my cooking." I told him, "Better safe than sorry."
That's a great attitude.
And then there was the time a dog accidentally locked its owner out of the car. We had to unlock it while the dog just sat inside looking proud.
Oh, that's hilarious. It must make the job a little easier when you can laugh sometimes.
Absolutely. Those moments remind us to smile and enjoy life.
That's wonderful to hear that you can find joy, even in a tough job.
We have to. Humor is like oxygen for the heart. It helps us breathe after heavy days.
That's beautiful. Humor is oxygen for the heart. I love that line.
You can quote me on that one.
I will. Do you ever play pranks at the station?
Oh yes, but harmless ones. Once someone replaced the sugar with salt in the coffee jar. The captain took one sip and made the funniest face ever. We all laughed for hours.
Oh no. Poor captain.
Don't worry, he got his revenge later. He filled my locker with balloons.
Oh, that's so much fun. It sounds like you all really enjoy working together.
Yes, we're like brothers and sisters. We spend more time together than with our own families.
That closeness must make the job easier.
It does. When things get hard, you know someone always has your back.
That's wonderful, Jack. It's nice to see that even in a dangerous job, there's laughter, friendship, and warmth.
That's what keeps us going. Courage, teamwork, and a little bit of humor.
Jack, after everything you've told us, the danger, the challenges, the funny moments, I really want to ask, what makes you love your job so much?
That's a wonderful question, Emma. I think what I love most is the feeling of purpose. Every day, I wake up knowing that I might make a real difference in someone's life. That feeling is priceless.
That's beautiful. You're right. Not every job gives you that kind of meaning.
Yes, it's true. I remember once, after a small fire, an old woman came up to me and said, "Thank you for saving my home." It wasn't just a building to her, it was her whole life. Moments like that remind me why I do this.
That must have been emotional.
It was. I almost cried. Sometimes people think firefighters are made of steel, but we're human too. When someone hugs you and says thank you, it touches your heart deeply.
I can imagine. Gratitude must be one of the best rewards.
Absolutely. Money is not what drives us. It's those human connections, seeing relief in someone's eyes, hearing a simple thank you. Those things stay with you forever.
That's so powerful. What else do you love about your work?
The teamwork. It's like being part of a family. You share everything: food, danger, laughter, sadness. You know you can trust the person next to you completely. That's a rare thing in life.
That trust must feel really special.
It is. When you're inside a burning building, you can't survive without your team. Every person plays a part, and everyone depends on each other.
It's amazing how that kind of unity builds over time.
Yes, and even after years, you never lose that connection. We might not talk every day, but when we meet, it feels like family.
That's really touching. So it's not just a career, it's a lifelong bond.
Exactly. And there's also pride. When I see kids looking at the fire truck with big eyes, I remember my own childhood. I feel proud that now I'm the person inspiring them.
That's such a full circle moment. You became the firefighter that inspired little Jack years ago.
Yes, it feels surreal sometimes. I see myself in those kids. It reminds me how far I've come.
That must feel incredible. Do you think that's part of why you love the job, because it connects your past and present?
Definitely. My childhood dream, my family's support, my school lessons, everything led to this. It's like the pieces of a puzzle finally fitting together.
I love that metaphor. Life as a puzzle.
Yes, and firefighting is my missing piece.
That's so poetic, Jack.
Maybe I should write a book one day.
I'd read it for sure. But tell me, what's the most satisfying moment in your job?
That's a hard one. There are many, but I think it's when a mission ends safely, when everyone goes home alive. You take off your helmet, breathe deeply, and think, we did it. That's the best moment.
I can almost feel that sense of relief.
It's like a quiet victory. You don't celebrate loudly, you just feel peace inside.
That's really beautiful. You know, many people look for happiness in things, but you find it in helping others.
Yes, helping people gives a special kind of happiness, deeper and more lasting.
That's something our listeners can definitely learn from.
I hope so. You don't need to be a firefighter to help others. Kindness is something anyone can practice, every day, everywhere.
That's such a lovely message.
Thank you. I think when you love what you do, you naturally share that love with others.
That's true. You can really feel the passion in your words.
Passion is the fuel that keeps us going, just like oxygen feeds the fire. Passion feeds the heart.
That's another great line. I should start writing these down.
Go ahead, but it's true. Without passion, even the best job becomes routine. With passion, even difficult days feel meaningful.
I completely agree. What would you say to someone who's struggling to find a job they love?
I'd say, don't rush. Try different things. Learn about yourself and listen to your heart. The right job isn't always easy, but when you find it, you'll know. You'll wake up happy to go to work.
That's wonderful advice. I think your story will inspire a lot of people to follow their hearts.
I hope so. I always tell young people your dream job should make you feel proud, not just busy.
That's such a great way to put it.
Thank you, Emma. Firefighting makes me proud every day. It's not easy, but it's worth every challenge.
That passion really shows. It's clear that you were born for this.
Maybe so, and I'm grateful for every single day I get to do it.
I think that's a perfect thought to end on for now. Gratitude and passion.
Yes, they go hand in hand. Gratitude keeps you humble, and passion keeps you alive.
Jack, you've shared so many inspiring stories so far. I think a lot of young people listening right now would love to hear your advice. What would you say to someone who's still trying to choose their future job?
That's a great question, Emma. I think the most important thing is to follow what makes you feel alive. Don't choose a job just because it sounds cool or because someone else wants you to do it. Choose something that feels right in your heart.
That's really wise advice. Many young people feel pressure to make their parents proud or to earn a lot of money.
Yes, I understand that. But if you wake up every day hating what you do, the money won't help. I believe real success comes when you're proud of your work.
I completely agree. So, how can they find what really makes them happy?
I'd say start by paying attention to what excites you. What do you enjoy doing even when no one is watching? What makes you lose track of time? Those are the clues to your passion.
That's such a good way to think about it.
Also, don't be afraid of trying different things. When I was younger, I tried many small jobs before becoming a firefighter. Each one taught me something: patience, teamwork, discipline. Even small experiences help you grow.
That's a great point. Sometimes people think failure means they're lost, but it's just part of the journey.
Exactly. I failed my first firefighter test.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, I was so nervous that I forgot part of the written test. I felt terrible, but I didn't give up. I trained harder and passed the next time.
That's so inspiring, Jack. It shows that persistence pays off.
Thank you. I always tell young people, failure doesn't mean stop. It means try again smarter.
That's such a great mindset.
And another thing, respect every job. Even if it's not your dream job yet, do it with pride. You never know who's watching or what opportunity will come next.
That's really true. A good attitude can open doors.
Yes. When I worked part-time as a delivery boy before joining the fire service, I always smiled and helped people. One day, a man I delivered to turned out to be a retired firefighter. He told me about the academy and encouraged me to apply. That's how it started.
Wow, so that small job changed your whole life.
Exactly. You never know how one conversation or one act of kindness can shape your future.
That's such a good reminder. Sometimes big things start with small steps.
Yes, and patience is key. Don't rush success. Good things take time.
That's true. Everyone wants quick results these days, but life doesn't always work like that.
Exactly. You plant a seed, water it, and wait. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing.
That's a great example.
It's true, though. Dreams need time and care.
I love that. And what about young people who want to do something brave or dangerous, like being a firefighter?
I tell them bravery starts with responsibility. It's not about looking cool or taking risks for attention. It's about helping people safely and smartly.
That's such an important distinction, bravery versus recklessness.
Yes, you must train, learn, and respect your limits. True bravery is knowing when to move forward and when to wait.
I think that's great advice for any career, not just firefighting.
Definitely. Every job has its challenges. The key is to stay humble and keep learning.
So, learning never stops.
Never. Even after years in this job, I still learn something new on every mission. Life is the same. Every day teaches you something if you're open to it.
That's such a positive attitude.
Thank you. I think positivity helps you handle tough days too. If you believe in yourself and your purpose, nothing can stop you for long.
That's true. What about young people who feel lost right now? Maybe they don't know what they want yet.
I'd tell them, that's okay. You don't need to have everything figured out right away. Explore, be curious, talk to people, and learn about different paths. The right one will appear when the time is right.
That's comforting to hear. So many young listeners will feel better after hearing that.
I hope so. Everyone's path is different. The important thing is to keep moving forward. Even small steps count.
That's wonderful. And I like how your story shows that dreams can come true. Not instantly, but through dedication and love.
Yes, exactly. It's not about luck, it's about persistence.
That's the spirit.
I always say, don't chase money, chase meaning. The rest will follow.
That's another quote for my notebook.
Please write that one down too.
I will. Thank you so much, Jack. I think your advice will inspire a lot of young people to stay patient, curious, and hopeful.
That means a lot, Emma. If even one person listening decides to follow their dream after this, then it's all worth it.
Jack, you've talked a lot about your past and your journey. Now I'd love to talk about the future. What do you see when you look ahead, for yourself and for your profession?
That's a great question, Emma. When I think about the future, I feel both excited and hopeful. I believe firefighting will always be needed, but it will keep changing with new technology.
What kind of changes do you think will happen?
Well, we're already using better equipment, lighter suits, faster trucks, stronger helmets. But in the future, I think we'll see more use of drones, robots, and smart systems to detect fires early.
That's interesting. So technology will help firefighters work more safely.
Exactly. Drones can go into dangerous areas before we do, and robots can help with heavy tasks. That means fewer risks for humans. But no matter how advanced machines become, they can never replace the human heart.
That's a beautiful way to say it. Machines can't replace the human heart.
It's true. Technology helps, but compassion and courage come from people. Those are things no machine can copy.
I completely agree. What about your personal future? Do you see yourself doing this job for many more years?
Oh yes, I still have a lot of energy left. But I also want to train the next generation. I'd love to become an instructor one day, teaching young firefighters what I've learned through experience.
That's wonderful. You'd be an amazing teacher, I'm sure.
Thank you. I think passing on knowledge is one of the best ways to keep our profession strong.
Definitely. You've already shared so much wisdom here today. I can imagine how much more you could teach in person.
I hope so. And who knows, maybe I'll write a book one day, something like Lessons from the Firehouse.
I'd read that book. You've got plenty of good stories for it.
Yes, some funny, some serious, but all real. I think people like to learn from real stories.
They really do. And your perspective is very positive. Even when you talk about danger or challenges, you always sound hopeful.
Thank you, Emma. I believe hope is like water. It helps us grow and stay strong.
Another beautiful line. You're full of quotes today.
Maybe it's all the coffee I had this morning.
Maybe. But seriously, I love how you always focus on growth and helping others. Do you think that's what the world needs more of?
Absolutely. The world needs more empathy, understanding, and teamwork. Whether you're a firefighter or an office worker, helping others makes life better.
I couldn't agree more. And what about the younger generation? What do you hope they'll learn from people like you?
I hope they learn that courage isn't about being fearless. It's about caring deeply. When you care about people, you find the strength to do amazing things.
That's so true. Caring gives people purpose.
Yes, and I hope young people also understand that mistakes are okay. Every mistake teaches you something. You just have to keep learning.
I like that mindset. Always learning, always growing.
Exactly. The world changes fast, so we have to keep adapting.
Do you think firefighting will become easier or harder in the future?
Maybe both. Easier because of technology, but harder because cities are getting bigger, and there are more challenges like climate change. We're seeing more wildfires and extreme weather.
That's true. It's becoming a global issue.
Yes, and firefighters all over the world will have to work together, share knowledge, and support each other.
That's such a positive vision. Global teamwork.
I think that's the future. Fires don't care about borders, so we need to unite to protect our planet.
I love that. You make it sound like firefighting is not just a profession, but a global mission.
That's exactly how I see it. It's about protecting life, human life, animal life, and nature.
That's really inspiring, Jack. Do you ever think about retiring someday?
Maybe one day, but not yet. When I retire, I want to spend time teaching, traveling, and doing volunteer work. I'd like to help communities prepare for emergencies.
That's wonderful. You'll still be helping people, just in a different way.
Yes, once a firefighter, always a firefighter, even without the uniform.
I love that. It really shows that this is more than just a job to you.
It is. It's a calling, a way of life.
And you've lived it with so much passion and positivity.
Thank you, Emma. That means a lot.
I think anyone listening today will feel more hopeful about their own future after hearing your words.
That's the goal. The future is bright if we work together and keep our hearts open.
That's a beautiful message. So, to sum it up, technology will grow, challenges will come, but compassion and teamwork will always be at the heart of it all.
Perfectly said, Emma. That's the firefighter's spirit. Always ready, always caring.
Jack, I can't believe how much we've talked and learned from your stories. You've shared so many inspiring experiences. How do you feel looking back at everything we've discussed?
Honestly, I feel grateful, Emma. Talking about my journey reminds me why I chose this path. Every challenge, every laugh, every fire, they all taught me something.
That's wonderful. You've shown us that firefighting is not just a job, it's a lifestyle full of meaning.
Exactly. It's about helping others and finding strength even in tough moments.
What do you think is the most important lesson you've learned in all these years?
I'd say never take life for granted. When you face danger, you realize how precious every moment is. I've learned to appreciate the small things. A quiet morning, a smile, a simple thank you,
That's such a powerful message.
and also teamwork. You can't do this job alone. It's the same in life. We all need each other.
I completely agree. The way you describe your team feels like a family.
It is. My teammates are my brothers and sisters. We may not be related by blood, but we share something stronger: trust.
That's really beautiful, Jack. I think our listeners have learned so much from your honesty and passion.
Thank you, Emma. And I hope people listening to this will take one thing away. No matter what job you do it with love. When you put your heart into it, everything changes.
That's the perfect way to say it. Do it with love.
Yes, that's my secret. Love and coffee.
That's a great combination. Well, before we finish, I'd love to do a quick review for our listeners. 5 important words they might have heard in this conversation. Can you help me explain them?
Of course, let's do it. 1. Courage. Courage means doing something even when you are afraid. It's not about having no fear, but moving forward despite fear. 2. Teamwork. Teamwork is when people work together to reach a common goal. Firefighters rely on teamwork every single day. 3. Dedication. Dedication means giving your time, energy, and heart to something you care about. It's about not giving up, even when it's hard. 4. Compassion. Compassion means caring about others and wanting to help them. It's what makes us human. 5. Gratitude. Gratitude is being thankful for what you have and the people around you. It helps you see life in a positive way.
Those are such beautiful words, Jack. And I think they describe not only your job, but your personality too.
Thank you, Emma. I really believe those words can guide anyone, not just firefighters, but everyone in everyday life.
Absolutely. And before we wrap up, do you have any final words for our listeners?
Yes, I'd like to say, whatever you do, do it with purpose. Be kind, stay curious, and never stop learning. Life is full of opportunities to grow and to help others.
That's such a great message. Thank you so much, Jack, for sharing your time, your wisdom, and your heart with us.
Thank you, Emma, and thank you to everyone listening. It's been a pleasure.
And to all our listeners, remember you can listen to more inspiring stories like this on Learn English 365. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning every day.